The death is announced of Fredrick Jn Baptiste, also known as Freddie of Morshy, who passed away on Saturday, February 9th, 2013 at 11 a.m. at the Victoria Hospital. He was 42 years old. He was the son of the deceased Sina and Gilbert of Morshy, proprietor of Freddy's Smooth Taste Your Ice Cream Place, leader of St. Rose de Lima Church Youth Group of Morshy, and a member of the Morshy Church Choir. Left to mourn his siblings, Denise Edward, also known as Mora of Casaba, clerk of the Grosley Constituency Council, Francisca Shulut, also known as Luces of Massad, proprietress of Place Calbas in Morshy, Mary Jn Baptiste, also known as Joycelyn of Morshy, employee of the Morshy Post Office, Frances Edwin, also known as Merlin of Morshy, employee of the Royal Byrex Resorts, Winston Jn Baptiste in the UK. Nieces: Lisa Chulut, residing in the USA, Chantal Chulut, an employee of Metro Construction, Natasha Edwin Walcott, an employee of the OECS in Switzerland, Chanel Chulut, an employee of Le Sport Hotel, Yasmin Edwin, an employee of Belfund, Letitia Jn Baptiste, residing in the UK. Nephews: Claudius Edward and family, residing in the UK, Alvin Edward and family, residing in the UK, Randy Jn Baptiste, an employee of Sanders Grant, and his girlfriend Sandy Fassois, an employee of Le Sport, Leanne Jn Baptiste, residing in the UK. Aunts: Agatha Charles and her husband Francis of Bonte, Raymond Ferdinand, also known as Crisilda, and her husband Uton of Morshy, Mary Paul, also known as Leota of Lacroix Babono, Irene Tousse and her husband Remy of Babono. Cousins: Titus Philogen and his family in the UK, Mark Philogen and his family of Germany, Audrey and Kenton Louis of Bonte and their family in the UK, Peter Philogen and his family in the UK, Cynthia Nelson and her family of Morshy, Venus Gasper and his family in the USA, Matthew Gasper and his family in Trinidad, Jane Gasper and her family in Boston, Christiana Gasper and her family in Boston, Gertrude Gasper, also known as Ketra, and her son Kevin of Morshy, Helen Gasper and her family in Florida, Williamson Gasper and his family of Babono, Randolph Ferdinand and his family of Morshy, Shirley Shasang and her family of Morshy, Christopher Ferdinand, also known as Keith, and his girlfriend Julita Oman and family of Morshy, Catherine Mapp of Barbados and her family in the UK, David Jn Baptiste, also known as Chung, and his family of Morshy, Beverly Ferdinand and her family in the USA, Brian Tousse and family in Morshy, Candy Tousse and family in the UK, Aaron's Jn Baptiste and family of Morshy, John Jn Baptiste of Marsha, Martha Jn Baptiste and family in the UK, Anne-Marie Michaud, a vendor of Le Sport, and her family of Massad, Grosley, Tony Gilbert, an employee of Sanders Grant, and his family of Massad, Grosley, Andrina of Grand Riviere, Barbara Michaud in the USA and her family, Shirley Jn Baptiste and family in the UK, Sonia Jn Baptiste and family in the UK, Paul Jn Baptiste and family in the UK, Paula Jn Baptiste and family in the UK, grand nieces Aaliyah and Alana Edward in the UK, Shania Johnson, student of the Montessori Center, Claudine Edward, grandnephews, Brian Theophil in the USA, Giovanni Chulut, student of the Montessori Center, Solomon and Sheldon Edward, both in the UK. Brothers-in-law, William Edward of Kazabag, Rosalie. Vaughan Edwin of Morshy, an employee of the Ministry of Infrastructure. Sister-in-law, Lorna Jn Baptiste, residing in the UK. Other relatives include Cletus Jn Baptiste and family of Morshy, the Ellador, de Turville, Maffrey and Philip families of Montseator and de Rameau, and Joseph and her family of Foassaw, Barbono, and Prince and family of Morshy, Annie Etienne and her family of Morshy, the Etienne family of Morshy, the Duens family of Morshy, the Touset family of Foassaw, Barbono, the Cherubin family of Morshy, Trina of the U.S., the Joseph family of Foassaw, Calix George and his family of Grand Riviere, Godchild O'Neill Nelson of Morshy, the Joy family of Labourne, close friends, Father Stephen Quinlan and Father Attinus Joseph of the St. Joseph the Worker Parish, Rosalie, Father Setut of the St. Benedict Parish, the Eucharistic ministers of the St. Rose de Lima Parish of Morshy, St. Joseph the Worker Church in Grosley, the Morshy Catholic Church Youth Group, Sandra Dorseed and her husband Maxime of Morshy, Genevieve and Melanie Norley of Labourne, Morshy, Gurnell of Morshy, Tekla and Fabian Norley of Margroot, Morshy, Shalon St. Hill, an employee of RSL, Jerry Lawrence and Sani of Morshy, Candice Duncan of Morshy, Keisha Modest of Grand Riviere, Grosley, Tifoy of Morshy, Christopher Nelson of Canada, Marlon Phillip of Morshy, Skeki in the USA, Cecilia Louis and family of Morshy, Evita and Cassandra of Morshy, Smiley, Ammon and Tapone of Morshy, Kelvin Maffrey, also known as Coco Flo of Morshy, Savita and her family of Morshy, the Pamphil and Edward family of Larry Twett, members of the Morshy Roman Catholic Church, past and present students of the Morshy Combined School, the entire Morshy community, youth leaders, and the youth members of the Northern Deanery, other relatives and friends, both here and abroad, too numerous to mention. A special collection will be collected at the church to assist the youth traveling to the World Youth Day. The funeral service of the late Fredrick Jn Baptiste, also known as Freddy, will be held on Monday, February 25, 2013 at 2:30 p.m. at the St. Joseph the Worker Roman Catholic Church, Grosley. The body will be interred at the Grosley Cemetery. The body now lies at Crick's Funeral Parlor, Vidbouteille, Castries.